Hello, everyone. I'm Lady Warboss, joined by Nightmare, and this is Whale FM Makersplace Edition. In this show, we talk about anything and everything art and crypto in the NFT scene with designers and creators alike, otherwise known as non-fungible tokens. I am absolutely honored to have the opportunity to introduce our very special guest for this Whale FM episode, Nadiia Forkosh, a physical and digital artist from Ukraine who is currently donating proceeds from the sale of her NFTs to support the relief efforts in her home country. Her works, often conceptual, express the abstract human emotion and nature. Thank you so much for your time today, Nadiia, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation, ability to be here. It's absolutely great for me. And these days, it's very, very important to speak about art and to find my place in art now. So thank you. Thank you, Nico. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Yes, we're so happy to have you here. And with everything that's going on in your country, I just want to say my heart does truly go out to you, and I really do appreciate you being able to take the time and speak with us today. So I was hoping you might be able to share your story with us. Maybe we can start with how you got started in the world of art and what led you to become an artist.
Oh, I think I'm born with it. So actually, it's like ability to breathe. You know, it's your first memory. It's just about art. My grandpapa was very kind man who explained me the riddle of the colors and explained that some special things about lines. So it was like a first touch in art. Then I remember my first memory. It was 3 years old, and I saw Dali pictures in some old magazine, I think, and it was wow. It's something really. It belonged to something unreal, and it was impressed me so much that it's the first feeling, you know, and intuitively you just go this way. But that's happened that I have a too high education, because one way it's not art at all, but second it's art. So I draw in since I don't know, since I can hold the pen, I think. So it's actually 40 years in art. So
wow.
Yeah. So anyway, it was charcoal paper, then pencil, then watercolor, then but now it's a canvas and then digital. So it's all level, you know, and then digital have ability to collaborate with music, add some new conceptual things. So I think this stage for artists, I mean, now it's the best in the history of art at all, because artists can be free, can't belong to any church or any religious way. It's just artists can be artists any part of the world, and do whatever she or he likes. So I think it's the best period in art history now. So that's just my opinion, what I see. And thanks for God, I'm this age, not in medieval or something. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's wonderful I love hearing your story and holding, you know, just being an artist since you could hold a pencil.
Yeah. It's just you know, I just remember that in childhood I like to draw a line, you know, just lines, straight or parallel, or build some abstract figure. It just it's a passion, you know. You feel that your hand belong to it. And some people said that my hand much wider than my mind. So I must admit, it's true, really, because to think something or you create, I just use paper and pencil, and then only after a digital instrument. So I just trust my hand firstly, and then after in my mind. So, and especially, you know, when you're in exhibition, I have in London And the hardest work was to explain everything, introduce, then to draw. Because when you're in studio, you have your brushes, your own space. But when a lot of people watching at you, staring at you, and it's like it's something, it's not familiar, it's, you are getting a little bit worried about it. So it's not my place. I prefer to draw, not to talk a lot.
I totally understand. Yeah. Get yourself in the flow for sure. I read on one of your bios that you are still trying to solve the riddle of digital and physical art. And I love that. And I'm curious if you have a favorite medium to work with, or do you just love them all?
You mean computer program?
Either digital or physical. So do you prefer spending time on the canvas or on the computer, or is it kind of an equal love for you?
I'm digital. I don't like when people divide me, because before NFT, always some galleries and some studio divide me. It's a digital, we prefer only digital, or some we prefer only canvases because we are traditional. But honestly, I really can't divide myself, because when you have a core idea, physical in canvas, it's different. You can touch it, you can smell it, because in oil canvases. But when it's digital, it can be music, it can be movement, it can be more color, more expression. It's different, but it's behind the screen. It's built from the electricity, pixels. We can't touch it directly. And when you see the picture on the wall, you understand that it's reality. It belongs to where you now. So the core of the idea, it's absolutely great that the NFT and canvases now can unite and show the main idea in different dimension. And I think, and my mission, don't to divide, just enjoy in visual on screen and the real in the world, in reality. That's the mission, I think. So please don't divide.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that so much. Do you have a method, like in your process? Do you find that you start like when you do a process of like the canvas? So you have the ARCs exhibition, but you also have NFTs. Do you start on canvas and then move to digital, or vice versa, or is it different with every project?
I think each time it can be different. Sometimes I feel that I should start with canvases. Just I feel, because my hand and paint now will be much wider. But sometimes I feel that I need to create first digital, because I want to see a movement, and after that I want to go on with canvases. So each time it's up to the idea, because sometimes it's movement and the sound sometimes much more important than just still pictures. That's why I do digitally. But if I want to emphasize on the shape, like a steel, I prefer to start with canvas. And most of all, each canvas has own smell, because it's oil, and oil paint has yellow smell different than blue for me. And black, it's much sharper than the green. So I'm just it's also important when you're doing canvases. So maybe it's it's a side effect of too much work in studio. I don't know, really. But I think my favorite smell of the picture and color, it's a color of soul. It's a big canvases. I'm really enjoyed to do it, and for me it's something like, actually something personal here in these pictures. So it's my favorite for smell and shape, I think.
That's great. I love that. I love that so much.
And just sorry to interrupt you.
No.
When you no other photo, even the brightest photo, can compare when you stay just directly in studio or in galleries, just behind or just in front of the canvases. It's absolutely different than any other photo. So just if you have ability, just go, and it's different experience, believe me.
Yes. Yeah. No, that makes total sense. It is a whole experience for sure. So with your love of both physical and digital art, how did you get inspired to join and enter the NFT space? What was that like for you?
NFT space, it's I never make a copy of my canvases. So it's just one type, one idea, one canvas, no other copy. Even people ask, no, it's not possible. It's state of mind, it's state of me, it's part of me. I'm moving forward, so I can't go back. Like in time, we can't back in time. Yes, it's not possible. Yeah. And what's NFT for me? It's actually ability to make one canvas, but in a digital world. So I take one canvas in reality and one canvas in a digital. It's, for me, it was like a revolution, because when you working digitally and put on a website, just not NFT, millions copy, millions all over the world, and it's really sad, because you wanted to make something unique, something not everywhere. So when appears NFT and digital, I'm just stunning. It's, for me, it's here is canvas in digital. That's it.
Right. Yes, and it's amazing. I love the movement on your pieces, and it's beautiful to see the photos of your exhibition with the arcs, and how amazingly huge these canvases are. I think we have a picture of you from your Instagram where you're, yes, this, I love this, where where you can really see the massiveness of your pieces. They're just gorgeous. And then to see them translated over on Makerspace is in a totally different form, and it's so cool.
I'm just, it's just a stage, it's stage of my art. It's this style. I'm moving, I'm growing anyway, I'm changing. So my art never be the same. So it's just a art exhibition is, here is a period of my art life. Then will be different, will be more textured, more shapes, more, I'm growing, I'm never stop. And I like a huge scale canvases. I know it's not comfortable to work with them, but to show the main express of the idea, when you stay in front of huge canvases, you just totally involve it. So especially Summer Smile, it's a huge canvas almost to the cellar into my studio. But the work with it, was absolutely fantastic. I'm exhausted, but anyway, I was so happy to work with large scale canvases. So if you see, just enjoy it. I'm happy that people can estimate it and then see. It's absolutely, just for me, it's a big honor. So thank you, each viewers who support, who understand. It's very, for me as an artist, it's any basement for me to move forward.
Yes, that's wonderful. That's great. So we all know that you have an, I don't know, just unheard of challenges, and the state of the war in Ukraine right now. And I saw that you had to leave your space.
Yes, I left my studio because it's in Kiev. I wake at midnight because of not at midnight, early morning, 3 o'clock, I think, because of bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And I still could not believe it, really, because you can't, and you took documents, laptop, and you have to go.
Right.
It's for me as an artist. uh, I'm really, now I'm trying to preserve humanity to everything. I'm not going to be like to grow a revenge in myself, um, because in art you have to be clean. Your mind should be clean.
Mm-hmm.
Other way, if you mixed with some some grief, or just mean or revenge to other, I mean Russian, for example, you would not able to draw a clean and honest pictures. And for me, so now myself, it's like it's a period to much more think and preserve in my mind that I'm still artist, and I should be honest to myself and move my way, even these horrible things happened. I don't mean that I shouldn't support my family and friends. I should, but I shouldn't be like a mean and want to revenge to Russian or something. And it's because I lose myself. I just will not be an artist at all in the future. I will be some person who want to some other things. So that's, for me, it's a step. It's a self contemplation, self investigation, and find and to be artist, find the beauty things and move forward.
Right, right. Yes, and your work, your colors are so bright. And to me, when I started looking at your work and the amazing things that you're doing to support the relief efforts, and I started just seeing all your work, it's so bright and it's like a light in the darkness. Like your work is just beautiful, and I totally understand what you're saying. Like it's hard to.
Yeah, it's hard. It's
So,
hard, really. But for me, art, it's it's not belong actually to rough reality. It's belong to clean things. It's connected with childhood.
yeah.
I'm lucky who save a childhood view. I have a children also, and I just for me it's I just clean memory about my childhood. I'm very free, very happy, living the step in the forest,
Mhm.
took a ripe berries. So I was happy, really, and
Mhm.
and I have ability to preserve it and have like a small window in my mind who belong to childhood, and that's my superpower anyway, to to
Yeah.
to see the words and forget the grief and everything and forgive. That's me.
That is a superpower. I love that.
It's a superpower nowadays. So
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's just it's clean honest things, and in art, to find a style and everything, you have to be honest for yourself. You shouldn't be hide that you are like you're seriously, or just everything in this world. It's not for me. I'm curious about different things in the world, reading books, drawing a picture with children. Actually it's my day life. It's nothing special. It's just curiosity of the worlds and things and colors and mixing, looking the right shape. building the right idea, and happy that you find the right word. This is a perfect composition. I know it. This is my life actually every day.
I love it. I love it. And I love that it takes you back to childhood. You mentioned you have children. Do they have a love of art too?
I have a son. No, he is not art at all, and you are lucky that I am not the artist. He likes chemistry, so
that's art, I suppose, in its own way, right?
so he definitely know what's my paint consists, which ingredients. He can mix everything, something. So he's quite good in biology, about different microorganisms. We have a fish, mice at home. So microscope. So it's not a little bit different area than me.
That's awesome.
It's choice. I don't know. I'm just you're just interested in it. Okay, maybe medicine. I don't know in the future for him, but definitely not art.
Well, it's fun that everyone has their own personalities.
Yeah. So my first education is actually economical. I'm economist. Yeah, and I was good in it. It's like Paul Gauguin, you know his story. He started to work as a broker. I didn't start to work as a broker, thanks for God. But I finished and graduated university economist. So I'm good in financial strategy anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're focusing on your art right now because it's amazing.
yeah. But anyway, it's and many people ask you what's your education as an economist give you for art, for everything, and I tell it give a passion. So I'm very passionate to work with it.
There you go. That makes sense to me. We have had a couple questions come in from the audience and some of your fans that are listening. So let's see. You said physical art is a creative response to the nature, while digital art is a creative response to culture. Does the emerging subculture of the NFT movement further differentiate digital art?
I would say it's kind of yes, because you know what's give NFT. NFT it's multicultural things, and it's actually yes, it's subculture, but it can't belong to reality as a physical work. But it can be something between, because when you go to the gallery, you took your phone to the QR code, and here is you are with NFT. So actually NFT, it can be something like the gap, something that unite the two dimension. So that's the key on NFT can be. So and the most of, for me, I think the most important things not to divide, unite it, and we will got in the future like something like we have in the music now. You know, music it can be like real. You can use a violin, guitar, or any drum or anything, and get some digital, and you're wow, you just masterpiece, music masterpiece. And the same things in art, you can emerge, you can unite, you can mix, and you can make a wow effect completely. So I'm just thank you for this question, and I hope I answer that NFT movement. It just opened this way for everyone, I think.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride for sure. It's been great. Another question that came in was, you mentioned full immersion being an ideal creative activity. What are your thoughts on the metaverse?
Guys, yes. A lot of question of it, and I still can't explain where I am here, so I'm not going to think that something I've got or something I really feel. I'm still, it's a still question for me also. So, and for viewers and readers, I have to be honest. Yes. So your questions actually I asking myself, really, and I still didn't have the answer for me. Really. So just thank you for question. I will think, and I'm thinking, and I could not answer you just correctly and definitely that I know for myself, because I don't know also, really.
No, I totally understand. And it's changing every day, and we learn more every day. So yeah, it makes sense.
But our mentality is changing. We are getting different, and which way we start to percept, see and involve and read the information, how we can see the pictures and understand it. The time of the perception, our visualization is changing every day. And it's influencing us completely. I feel it, and feel it personally. It's changing physical and psychological worlds. So we are in this process, even if we don't want, or even we don't feel. It's kind of, this influence is kind of radiation. We didn't feel the strike effect, but I think in the future we definitely felt the result of it. And I don't know what the result it can be as for viewers and as for the artist. I really don't know. So I need to live, and then I hope I will see it also.
Yes. So in regards to your journey into the NFT space, I would love to touch on your work to focus your selling your work for relief efforts in your country, because it's truly inspiring to all of us. How have you found the response of the overall NFT community reaching out with support to the relief efforts as well?
Some my close friends and artists, they bought my NFT. I turned to the using Binance platform, turned to the Ukrainian currency, and now what happened? Some friends of friends or friends of my friends calling that told me that this family need help. They need money because they don't have anything. They need to buy like food on Poland or something. So we send them. And some we find hotels, some houses, some need to shelter for animals. It's everything in mess now. So we're trying to do what we can. We're trying to organize with Art Monkey guys. Help me. We organize a fund for hospital, for Ukrainian hospital for newborn baby, because now everything for army and now everything in mess. So it's just an everyday process. It took many hours, but we're doing it. Yes, we're doing what we can because it's my home. I grew there. My childhood was there. I'm working there. My son here. My family everywhere. And for some cities, it's even not possible to send money or something because they're completely destroying, and it's not possible to phone for friends because we don't know where they are. So it's everyday life now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that we even have to talk about it, but I am definitely inspired by seeing people kind of reaching out, and by your different exhibition with the arcs and Makersplace, and it's definitely inspiring to see what people react, you know.
I'm just, I'm not going to, I don't want to inspire everybody to be art, really. And my art not for this. I'm just want that when you see this art, I just want it's inspire you to be a human. That's that I want most of all. I think that when you see it, you would understand that you belong to human, not like a creatures, but human. I believe that human is a little bit more than a monkey, for example. Just because we have, I'm not the monkey is lower than human. I'm just we have a sense to choose between instinct and mind, and I want that our mind will be upper than instinct. So
Yeah.
that's the main my task actually, not to inspire to create art or something. It's up to person. Sometimes people do much more beautiful things in different area. Doctors. It's not like a creative profession, but I know person who just doing in medicine just amazing things that other doctors said it's not possible to survive after that, but other it's just doing a masterpiece and person live, and it's not possible to show in a picture. you know so it's each of us, it should be a human first of all, and that's my purpose to show.
I love that so much. I love that so much. I'm inspired to be a better human just listening to you and and seeing all of
Oh,
these.
believe me, I'm not a saint, so I'm just common person, nothing special really.
I love
Simple as a door, so don't worry.
it. No, it's wonderful, and you're a pleasure to speak with. I know you say you're happier immersed in your creative process, but I love hearing your story and your perspective. I appreciate it. We did have another comment from the community after we were talking about the full immersion. We are definitely learning more about the metaverse and going into these 3D spaces with virtual reality, and they said they would love to see your hands answer the metaverse question instead of your head, so kind of, create that space create that space for us, because your art is amazing. Your space in the metaverse is, would be
A lot of things now in digital area is born in, so 3D effect, VR, it's, but for single working artist, guys, it's really, I can't evolve everything, even a social, even working studio, near computer. So you just 24 hours a day, you just involve and understand that I'm curious about, because reveal a new program. I before war I wanted to start a 3D modeling, because it's absolutely stunning for me. It can be movement different way. I'm just so you want to learn, also you want to hold your traditional style, you want to change in, so it's kind of like hug everything, but you also want, so I understand that I can't involve everything, but
yeah.
I move, and I think in the future it just will be much wider than, and have ability to involve more music, more 3D effect, more 3D brushes. So I'm in it.
I love it. Yes, we definitely have, it's a wide open white space for us, so it'll be fun to watch it evolve for sure.
And the most curious for me, because I have 1,000 ideas, and I have several wall of my album, and I'm just trying to conspect my idea, because I next day I can forget it. I know it. So I just several volumes, and I just type in that this I do in 3D, this I want to be in watercolors, this only we in canvases. So if you have 1,000 idea and you can find 1,000 program, you just can blow up.
Right.
It's like a strange superpower cocktail for artists nowadays, that idea can be everywhere. You can choose anything, music, 3D modeling. So
Yes.
I think you understand.
Yes, absolutely. So another question came in about it says the new works on Makersplace have a nature and tree theme. Can you share their meaning to you?
Oh yes, I know people asking. It's actually my childhood memories, because I was a strange girl, really strange. Not a lot of children like to make a friendship with me, because I built a strange figure from the trees, and it's a fantasy. As I told you, I still have a childhood view in my mind.
Right.
Even I am just my son is 15, so I should be a serious mom. But I'm not sure that he is taking me seriously, really.
He's a teenager. He wouldn't anyway, right?
Yeah. So actually, it's a childhood memories about forest, about different forest spirit. I imagine that they are alive. It's I strictly remember it, and this visualization, this old tree series, and I have, and this one, it's my visualization of actually fairy tales that's still alive in my mind. Maybe I thought, if I have a time, I write a book about these trees and about this forest story. It will be my fairy tale. I still have it's like in a project, it's have a several draft variant, and I think in the future we manage it to write and visualize like this Kodama fairy tale. So in the future it will be for kids, or for kids in us. That we are grown, but we're still kids. Maybe someone remember it and understand me. And I think I will manage to build a story in a book with this illustration. I still don't know the title, but it's like a draft variant about it. So
Love it. I love it. I'm sure we would all love to read it when you get it done too. So we'll have to keep an eye out on your progress. Well,
and I think, and as I imagine, I would like to see this book as also digital and digital. So it can be like a book, a paper book with illustration, and can be some like virtual with movement and with story, some forest fantasy. So it's just a draft variant of future idea. I don't know, maybe I managed to do it and then show for some like magazine edition or some other book, but it's just if I find the time, and or I will be old with gray hair and do it. I don't know.
that's okay. We need.
Or I have a grandchildren and tell
There you go. You can write it for your grandchildren for sure. So with your inspiration being, a lot themed around nature and childhood, what are other influences, like either artists or just life in general? What other influences do you have?
Of course, actually my art, it's just it's something very fairy tale. You saw it, and something more serious concept, and like studio canvases. And for studio canvases, of course, 3 artists. It's like my main core. As I told you, it's Dali, it's Caravaggio, because I'm impressed with the realism and with details. It's my second master of my influences. And the third is Vasily Kandinsky. And I think Kandinsky actually made the picture free. So it's not belong to the exactly forms. It's not belong the like a real shape. It's not. It's actually built a ability for digital art than we have now. The Kandinsky. It's not like it's just a way of this how he built the picture and his philosophy of the his concept of the picture. That was the first push to make a free picture and move to other dimension that I see it. Of course, it's influence on me, and this 3 person, it's influence for my style and how I build the concept and describe it. The Dali, it's actually put reality to that reality, like realism, to the dream worlds, to something that in our mind, and use a different law of the reality, different just make a free from us dreams, thoughts, and consciousness. And I'm still curious about it, curious how to build. Here is the retro music. It's actually some Dali forms mixed with it. So it's 3 person who my core in this conceptual digital world and canvases, how I live in this serious ways, not childhood. Yes.
I love it. I love it. We just got a comment come in that says, "Are we sure that you were an economist or and not a philosopher?"
It's curious way because my husband is a philosopher.
Oh, okay. Now we know the rest of the story.
Yes. So I thought you can find it Google Huxley, in Huxley magazine. It's article about me. And also a question who inspire me now. I was answering my husband. He is philosopher, so I'm not a philosopher. Believe me, it's just honestly, it's not for me. I like a simple idea and what actually form when I show it, and no any other like hiding effect. It's just what you see. It is in clear form, absolutely honest, absolutely how explain, simply but honest form. That's no other hidden sides or something. It just you
Right.
see, and you should just see and feel. That's it. No other words, no any something complicated. I don't like to be like complicated for viewers. I just want that viewers see and feel. That's my task, and remember that it's for human. And
Yeah.
I'm not religious at all, but I respect it. That's what belongs to the culture. I respect the church as the culture, as the heritage, but I'm not sure that I will find my answer there.
Right.
Honestly.
Right. It sounds like you found lots of answers in the canvas and in your.
Yes, I believe really that in the future I find the answer. I really hope. Yeah, that you're the right words. The right.
It's I am just taken aback by all of your different works. It's so, your work is amazing. I love it.
Thank you. But it's I like them only 10 minutes after the and then I only after that I understand the how explain rough things in it, and I said, oh my god, it should be much more better. but I'm trying to be like loyal for myself, because if you like canvases in a 10 minutes you don't like it, it's because you know their mind has more and much better ideas, so I just put to the closet. so so I have like I don't know who said that. I think some famous artist said it, that each good artist has a full closet of bad pictures. That's actually about me. So
I love that. I love that. And that probably makes people feel better who are listening that are also artists stuffing a canvas in a closet themselves.
yeah, just it's life, you shouldn't just focus what you the bad things of the world. Oh no, it's not the best. When I visit, I'm big fan of Renaissance artists, and I love Renaissance exhibitions, and I was really sad that I could not mention to visit the biggest Raphael exhibition in London. I even book tickets for flight. It should be in this April, but I will not have ability to visit. But I saw Raphael pictures, and when I saw it, I think that oh my God, I'm born without hand at all, because it's not possible to build such beautiful things. And in that time when it wasn't any computer, it was just your hand and your skills, and no other support that we have now. I mean, now you can learn whatever you want, you can do whatever. It's support from each side, computers, modeling, everything. So that people was like hero in art in a way, and we are different now.
Yes. We're having someone ask if you could tell us a little bit more about your exhibition with the Arts London.
Excuse me, I read the comment and didn't hear your questions, please.
Oh, that's okay. I can't do two things at once, so you're speaking my language. I was just wondering, we were asked if you could tell us a little bit more about your exhibition with the Arcs in London.
Actually, Arcs, it's a first gallery who proposed me not to divide myself, as I told you. It's to show the physical and digital thing alongside. It's for me, it's like most important step for me as an artist in whole side. Yes, and it's a first collection, the biggest first collection in canvases. There are a few pieces all over the world, but actually it's the biggest. And maybe you choose the picture, or my viewers or fans choose the pictures they would like to tell, because each of these artworks its own concept, and I can tell you a lot about too much about each pictures, but maybe viewers vote and write me which was their favorite.
Yes, we want. Yeah, we want to. You hear that, everyone? We want to know what your favorite is.
Just tell me which one you would like to tell. I would happy to tell you and share my thoughts.
Will it pull?
Okay, crowd in colors.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Okay, let's adjust the quickest way. Of course, portent of hesitation, I explained. Here is, can you imagine, Nikki, that you are kids? Yes?
What's that?
And, can you imagine that you are kids? You are 2 years old, or better, 1.5. Yes, 1.5 years old. Okay. You are still in a crowd. And crowd is moving, and all people emotion, and you are kids, you are looking at it. And you understand that you feel that each person has own emotion, own world. They looks like a similar for you, so it's just similar shape, yes, but each is different, and you're staying in it at looking your eyes, you're clean because you're kids, at this crowd, and you find that it's involved in each us, communicate, mixed with different colors. But actually, this color of crowds, it's your kids' view on the crowds. That's it.
I love it.
Yeah, and you're actually, you can be the yellow one, or you can be the blue one, but it's kids' view, the crowd.
I love it. Yeah, I'm sure we're a different color one every day, right?
Yeah, you are changing. It's not a constant color. You're just mixing and everything. Portrait of hesitation. Yes, it's the most complicated conceptual things. Oh, here is it. Yeah. So just imagine the human mind in thinking yes, no, maybe. So if you see the animation of this picture, you see this red ball is moving and in constant movement. Yes, that's right. So the mind is started to move from position yes, maybe, or no. Here is inner world with you see a veil here. It means that we are in our inner emotion, we trying to hide it. We don't like it that people see what we have in our inner world. It's emotion, it's moving also. And the face that pinned on the shoulder, it's actually when we are hesitate, we want as a person, we want to see ourselves from other side. We want to understand our position to this object, and this face is actually our thoughts about ourselves, because we are in a hesitating process, like a process. And you see a background, it's many balls, like a blue or something. It's multiple variety idea that existing in reality, and possibility of this idea to be chosen by us. It's a portrait of hesitation in it. It's actually, if you try to each this detail understand, it has the meaning. But as for me, this work is the most complicated for viewers, because too much details here. It's actually a little bit my different size, not that I'm moving in every day my artwork, but it was a lot for this canvas. It was like a 2 months works or something.
Wow.
So it's a big work.
It's beautiful. I love it.
It's reality. In gallery, it's absolutely different. So yes,
I believe it. Yeah, that's a whole experience. So I would like to hear, like, how your feedback was about combining the digital and the physical for this ARCS exposition. How did that go? What was the feedback?
I'm a pioneer still.
Yeah.
So I'm not still don't feel that many people understand what NFT is, especially in like a bit older age. So for me, for them, it's a really huge riddle to understand and explain what is NFTs, because they see a picture on screen and they really don't understand what the difference between picture from the Shutterstock and these pictures when you see here. So I'm still trying to explain. Still trying to involve different galleries and what art's doing now. And I'm still doing, and I hope more and more people involved and turn to arts, for instance, and move this way also as an NFT platform. But I think for me, for NFT platform, it's up to the artists, because you can't control the physical, because artist can make a copy anytime. So it's up to the artist, I think, and their main philosophy of it arts. So it's but arcs find this solution They find me somehow. It's for me, it's really interesting how they find me, but find.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a stage, you know. I think in 50 years I will be like some medieval artist that, oh, it's a first one, it was like the ugliest, oh my god, it's just,
No.
it's even not a virtual, you know. Now we can hologram, it's not moving even, so it's just like a first world war, a Star Wars, you know. It looks like a little bit not perfect, but still have a fun. So maybe in the future I also have a fun also.
Yeah, I think that is so cool that your exhibition it had both, because I mean, one of the things that we love here in the whale community is onboarding people into the new, you know, Web3 space, and that's how I ended up here, and we love sharing the experiences. So I feel like you're bridging that gap. So that's so cool. I love it. And what better way to expose it in a traditional gallery where people can learn and be exposed, and it might take them 10 of your shows, but eventually they'll understand, right?
I think for traditional galleries, they should be more open to digitally, because digital is, they neglect digitally, and the argue between digital and physical still exists between these two worlds. And some said that digital is much better, it's the newest way. And I think, yes, we move this way, completely digitize process in everywhere in life. But maybe when we completely made a gap between physical and digital, then we turn to reality back again. Like, you know, I explain in direct example. Nowadays we needed a paper letter, you know. It's postal letter, it's just some archaical things, you know.
Yeah.
But nowadays we have email, Discord, everything, whatever you like. But when you got the paper mail and the person take in pen, thinking about you, writing about you, and touch it this paper and send you, and you touch it and open, it's absolutely different. And then in the future, when they understand the digital has his own place, its own place, and physical has its own place, we can estimate these two worlds and respect them both. Digital has own place and physical has own place for us as a human, and we 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 would appreciate all these worlds and respect, and not try to show that this one better or this is worse than other. It's different things, and we as a human should find a place for them and build the gaps and respect this what we have now, because it's an opportunity to us to have these two worlds, and I'm happy to be in both of them.
I'm happy you're in both of them too, because that, you know, led you to us. And I'm so glad to have spent this hour talking with you. I know we're kind of, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I I know we've gone through quite a few questions through the course of the conversation. Is there anything that we haven't talked about, or anything that you'd like to highlight before we close our conversation today?
First of all, I think I need to just say thank you for people who choose my art and support me. Even I'm first time Makerspace. It was 2 years ago. It was important for me because was on a different art ladder. I started from the simple things, kid magazine, advertisement. So I don't know the about art from different size levels. From I work as a nameless artist for decoration, for scratches, for other artists. So I'm is my own way, and people recognize my style, find my style, support my art, and now who I am now. And now they buy my pictures, and I have support my country, my friends, families. That's important. So for who listen me and understand me, I'm really, really appreciate whatever you are, just whatever you're doing. It's for me and as for my country now, with the people who surrounded us and support, the best thing it's people and support and understanding. I'm happy to be part of your community, Makersplace, Super Rare, and Arcs. It's actually my place where I'm working, living, and who I am now.
Love it. I love it. I am so happy that you joined us today and shared so much about your journey and your story and your work. I'm so appreciative to you. It was an honor, and we'll definitely keep an eye out on everything that you're working on and what's to come. We've shared some of your social links and your links to Super Rare and Makersplace and the Mint for Ukraine project that you're doing as well. And for all the whale community and fans listening in, be sure to check out Nadia's work on Makersplace, as well as all the other links that I just mentioned. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Nikki. It was really great to talk with you, with question, with changing energy, because it's when the viewers and the speakers can communicate, with community, with interviewers. It's absolutely great. It's comfortable for talk, for answer, have fun, and forget what's going around. It's thank you.
Yes.
It's great.
Thank you so much.